Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Power of AEM. In this video, we are talking about how you are exposing the content fragment to external system. As we discussed in the previous video about the overview and different methods, use cases available for content fragment. In this video, we are talking about two different methods. One is the content service API, another is the GraphQL API. When we are talking about content service API, that is based on the page, AEM website page, where you are placing all the content which are part of the content fragment and will be available to external system through the endpoint. The data that will be exposed in form of JSON, and it will be always a GET call. This is one of the out-of-the-box solution to share the data with external system, and the structure will be based on the placement of content on your web page. On the another method, which is GraphQL API, here you need to do the configuration on your configuration browser, which is available out of the box. Then need to create endpoint, and then you need to form your query in order to fetch the result. This method will be very good in terms of caching the content, and authentication is also possible. It means if you are having any gated content, your authentication will be done through the GraphQL API. GraphQL API and Content Service API is having some comparison. Let's see that as well. When we are talking about the schema definition, Content Service API are based on the content AEM components, as we are placing every content on the AEM web page. The AEM GraphQL API is placing all the content in the content fragment itself, and from there we are pulling out. So it is based on the models. Content fragments are the base to use the to pull out the data from the GraphQL. However, on content service, it is totally based on components. In order to fetch the result from GraphQL API, we need to form a query, and based on that query syntax, it will pull out the data from the AEM system. However, whatever page you have created on AEM, the placement of your content, how you have structurizing your page, based on that, your data will be formed. Delivery format will be JSON for content service, and for GraphQL, that would be GraphQL JSON. We have already discussed and having a playlist for GraphQL API. So please go ahead and look at that video. It is having multiple videos. So you need to look at the overall playlist and explore how you can set up the configuration browser, how you need to create the endpoints, need to create some different type of queries to pull out the data, and you can learn about from there in the GraphQL. However, if we will talk about more and do some hands-on on the content service API, as this is out of the box API. So what we need to do, we need to place the content fragments on the AEM web page. Let's see. So I do have a site which is VRetail, that is again out of the box. Packages are available for learning purpose. I'm utilizing the same, where I have placed a content fragment. As you can see, this is the content fragment, and at the bottom you can see the content fragment component. So I placed a content fragment component, and it is showing all the data that I'm already having related or associated with the content fragment. This is my content fragment, which you can see here. Aloha spreads in northern Norway, the user information and the description about it. So if I want to go back, I can see the same content fragment I placed here. Once you are done with the placement of the content fragment on your web page, It means it is now available to expose with external systems. And how you can expose whatever URL you can see here, which is starting with content slash content and the full URL. You just need to take that in consideration. And suppose you will not be on your local host, you will be on your any server where you have some domain. So domain, and after that the overall path or URL of your content page. You need to place that here. And after that, instead of HTML, you need to type model.json. This is out of the box way to pull out the data of AEM web page where you have placed your content fragment. So if I hit that, it will return me the result like this, but it is not in a prettier format. So let's select the prettier format, and you can see it is giving me all the information that you can see on your page, as you are having some breadcrumb, hero image. Underneath that you are having your content fragment information. So everything you can see here. And if I scroll it down, here you can see this is my one of the hero image. This is my hero image path, and the content that I'm supplying on the hero image, as well as the content fragment related information like Aloha spread in northern Norway. So everything is available here for us. But as you have already noticed, lots of other information is coming with this method, which might not be really useful to the external system. But with out of the box call, that is a get call, with out of the box request, you are getting everything in terms of limitizing the number of content or number of information that you want to export to the external system. You need to do the customization, which is our fourth method to work on. So we will discuss in the next video how you can do that. But this is out of the box and you can start leveraging this. And for that, no need to do any extra configuration. I hope this method will be helpful to understand. Please do subscribe my channel and thank you for watching.